Let us speak of Mambenga, a kingdom forged in the heart of the land. It was a place of copper hills that gleamed under the sun. Deep valleys cradled winding rivers, and ancient trees stood sentinel over the earth. From the western mountains, a shadow fell upon this land. His name was Mufika, and his skin was dark as the deepest night. His appearance struck fear into the hearts of all who beheld him. Mufika did not inherit his throne, he seized it. Through brutal war, cunning strategy, and relentless cruelty, he conquered the scattered peoples. He crushed all opposition beneath his iron heel. He established an absolute rule, his word becoming law. Fear was the foundation of his power, a chilling silence that gripped the kingdom. No one dared defy the King of Shadows. Under his reign, Mambenga grew strong and ordered. Great monuments rose, testaments to his power and vision. He brought a harsh peace to the land. Yet a deep shadow haunted Mufika's soul. Despite his power, he lacked the one thing he desired most, a male heir. He had 17 daughters, but no son to carry his legacy. Among Mufika's wives was Bambi, a quiet woman from the Riverlands. Her spirit was gentle, her presence a calm in the storm of the court. The kingdom watched her closely when it was known she carried a child. The night of the birth was marked by strange signs. A red moon hung heavy in the sky, and the distant howling of wolves echoed across the plains. It felt as though the very spirits of the land were watching. Then he was born, not dark like his father, but with skin like polished copper, gleaming with an inner light. His eyes were clear and bright, holding a wisdom beyond his years. He was named Kasongo, and his birth was seen as a miracle. The people whispered that he was touched by the spirits, a gift from the ancestors themselves. Hope stirred in the hearts that fear had long silenced. A great celebration swept through Mambenga. Drums beat, and voices rose in song. The birth of the prince was a moment of pure joy in a kingdom accustomed to darkness. From his first steps, Kasongo moved with an innate grace. He listened more than he spoke, observing the world with quiet intensity. There was a stillness about him that drew people near. A strange wonder followed him wherever he went. The ground seemed to shimmer where he stepped. It was said that prosperity rose from the earth beneath his feet, like copper veins surfacing. Mufika, despite his nature, recognized something extraordinary in his son. He took Kasongo under his wing, teaching him the ways of the world. He taught him war and strategy, the harsh necessities of rule. But he also taught him wisdom. He showed him how to read the stars, how to speak with authority in the council. Kasongo absorbed it all, his mind sharp, his heart quiet and observant. By the age of 15, Kasongo was leading hunting parties. He moved through the wilderness with skill and respect for the land. The people saw his growing strength. At 18, he rode with the army, learning the discipline of the legions. He was not just a prince, he was a warrior in training. His presence inspired loyalty. By 20, he commanded legions of his own. Soldiers followed him not out of fear, but out of respect. They saw his courage and his quiet strength. Kasongo's approach to leadership was different from his father's. He inspired reverence, a deep admiration rather than terror. His presence brought a sense of calm authority. He balanced the harsh justice of the kingdom with acts of generosity. He listened to the people, understanding their needs. He earned their admiration, a bond built on trust. Not everyone welcomed the rising light of Kasongo. General Katende, an older commander who had served Mufika for years, felt a bitter envy gnawing at him. He saw his own influence waning. Katende began to plot in the shadows. He spread whispers and rumors, trying to sow discord and doubt about the young prince. His ambition was a poison in the court. But Kasongo was not naive. His quiet observation had shown him the treachery in Katende's eyes. He was aware of the general's plotting, waiting for the right moment. He set a trap during a great feast held in his honor. The air was thick with celebration, but tension hummed beneath the surface. Kasongo watched Katende closely. As Kasongo raised a cup to drink, Katende made his move. He attempted to poison the prince, a desperate act born of malice. The moment hung heavy in the air. Kasongo acted swiftly, revealing the betrayal before all the assembled court. The general's treachery was laid bare for everyone to see. The feast turned silent. Katende's demise was swift and absolute. He was judged immediately for his crime. He was cast out into the Ibis Wastes, a desolate land known for its deadly scorpions. He died there, alone, bitten by the very creatures that inhabited the cursed land. As if the land itself mourned, a devastating drought gripped Mambenga. The skies turned to brass, offering no rain. The great rivers shrank to trickles. Crops failed in the fields, turning to dust. The cattle died, their bones bleaching under the relentless sun. Hunger, a cruel master, stalked the land, gripping the people in its grasp. Despair spread like a sickness. The people cursed the heavens for their plight. They looked to the king, their fear turning to resentment. Mufika, the Dark King, was also failing. Sickness weakened his body, and the weight of his past seemed to crush his spirit. He saw the suffering of his people. In his final days, Mufika seemed to recognize the consequences of his reign. The fear he had sown had not protected the land from this new darkness. He called for Kasongo. With his last breaths, Mufika implored his son to rule differently. He urged Kasongo to lead with compassion, to heal the land and the people. Then the King of Shadows was gone. The kingdom observed a year of mourning for Mufika. The people grieved the king who had brought order, even as they remembered his cruelty. A new era was dawning. Kasongo, now king, often visited his father's grave. It was a place of quiet reflection, a son contemplating the complex legacy of his parent. He went there alone, seeking understanding. One day, standing before the grave, Kasongo wept. His tears were not just for his father, but for the suffering of his people, for the parched land. He wept for the kingdom's pain. As his tears fell upon the dry earth, a miracle occurred. The ground softened, and water began to pool. His tears transformed into a life-giving lake, clear and pure. A lake of tears became a symbol of forgiveness and renewal. It was born of sorrow, but it brought life. Its waters were pure, rejecting any impurity that touched them. Kasongo ruled with the balance his father had urged. He used the sword rarely, preferring diplomacy and wisdom. His reign was marked by peace and a focus on prosperity. He built schools, opening the doors of knowledge to the people. He opened the royal granaries, feeding the hungry. He sought to heal the wounds of the past. He restored the old temples, honoring the traditions and spirits of the land. He invited the elders back to council, seeking their wisdom and guidance. Justice was administered swiftly, but never with cruelty. Under Kasongo's rule, the kingdom began to flourish once more. The land healed, responding to the king's compassionate heart. The rains returned, gentle and life-giving. The crops grew tall and strong. The cattle thrived in the green pastures. The people lived without the constant grip of fear, their hearts lighter than they had been in generations. The lake, born of Kasongo's tears, remained. It was pure and eternal, a constant presence near the old king's grave. It became more than just a source of water. It became a symbol of truth and purity for the entire kingdom. Its waters held a strange power, a reflection of the king who had wept them into being. The Lake of Tears, now often called the Lake of Truth, still exists. Its waters shimmer under the sun, a testament to a king's compassion. It is a place of pilgrimage and reflection. The lake holds a unique, reflective property. It shows a person their true self, revealing the state of their heart. To those with a true and honest heart, the reflection is clear and bright. To those who approach with lies or impurity, the water reveals their deceit. It is said that the lake curses those with blood on their hands or envy in their hearts. They see only distortion or darkness. The lake serves as a constant reminder of Kasongo's influence. The Son of Light, though his reign eventually passed into history, still watches over the kingdom. His spirit is said to reside within the water. The Lake of Truth emphasizes the enduring importance of a just and compassionate heart. It teaches that true strength lies not in fear, but in balance, purity, and the willingness to shed tears for the land and its people.